Hello. Hi, everyone. It's just me tonight. So the return of the hair monster. Oh my god, my hair is so heavy. It's pushing my headset off my head. How is everybody this evening? How is your weekend? I've been fighting with a website all day. Well, all of the day that I wasn't playing my phone game. It would appear that most of my circle of friends is dying in one form or another today. One has a migraine, another has the plague, another is being plagued by a storm, so has no internet. It's a fun day. I myself have a massive headache and do not feel good at all. And have decided to do this to my hair because you know what makes me feel better? Doing dumb things. On the other hand, I think I finally figured out a way to use red eyeshadow and not make myself look like a zombie. So, huzzah for small wins. Hi, hello. How are you? Hey. I'm glad it was a good day. How are you feeling after getting your tooth filling replaced, Nicole? Feeling good? I mean, I assume you said it was good, so feeling good? Oh, yeah, headaches do suck. Sorry you have a headache. I took some pain meds, and we will see in about 25 minutes as to whether or not it's going to do anything. That's the fun part about my migraines if I don't know the source of them. Sometimes pain meds will help, sometimes pain meds don't help. We're either going to see a very rambly Sam today or just very long sprints. All right, I'm putting up the poll for the first sprint of the night, day, whatever time it is, wherever we are. 25, 30. $35. Thank you. So do I. I'm hoping that they'll work because it doesn't feel like the most likely cause is the storm. And if it's the storm and the pain meds don't work, I'll probably make a cup of coffee and see if that works. But it doesn't feel like a pressure migraine. So if it's I'm hoping it's something else, because if it's something else, the pain med should work nicely. But if it's because of the storm, I have a better chance of getting some caffeine. Which my husband says makes no sense because the pain meds are basically just caffeine and acetaminophen, but I can't. Look, if I could explain my body, then, my chronic illness wouldn't be as much of an issue. Hi, hello. Let's play where the headache came from. Caffeine, not enough water, no sleep, allergies, hair too tight. Exactly. See, you get it. You've played that game before. This is currently filled with water. Also, if you participate in the Storytellers Hearth, previously known as the Worldwide Write-a-thon, I have been working on the merch all day. So Jess and I have already said that we've been working on it this month, so that's not a secret or anything I'm letting out. I can't show anybody though, because we're gonna do a reveal thingy. So had my sister and niece up for the weekend. Oh, that's awesome. My nieces, my nibblings, 2 nieces, 2 nephews. So my nibblings were also here, not the weekend, but yesterday. So my daughter got to play with her best friend, which is my oldest niece. And that was fun. That was cute to watch. It also brought back some fond and not so fond memories, because my youngest and her best friend, my oldest niece, are like less than a month apart, but my niece's baby sister is quite a few years younger than them, and she was following them around, and it just reminded me of when my little sisters followed me and my friends around. So it was so cute. And I was also like, I remember those days. Storm, headaches, migraines, suck the big one. And I know I want to, Kelly. I would love to show you, but I can't. I can only show you this. That's it. Which we will have these. They did get high enough in the poll that we will have them. So I will pass your hopes on to all of the sickly. But I'll wait another minute or so and then do my intro. Has anybody been reading any of the things lately, participating in the JanuArimo? Sorry, I see like these little flyaways, and then I have to fix them because I won't be able to not look at them. But I went on a new webcomic binge a couple days ago, surprising absolutely no one, and started reading a bunch of new ones. There's a lot of like go back in the past and make your husband better. Or there was a trend last year around this time where people died, went back in the past, and then made their husband better. Well, now there's a trend of going back in the past to divorce the husband and then live a better life. And I've been reading a bunch of those. Literally, one of them is called Divorcing My Tyrant Husband, because like she's a queen, and it's fascinating, the trends when like 5 to 10 webtoons come out all with the same premise, because I like to read those and then see how each author does it differently, because you would think that they would get samey, but no. I mean, there are some common themes, but they're all pretty unique takes. So I've been enjoying those the past couple of days. Trying to get in the habit of reading every day, of reading novels, audiobooks, because I read webcomics every day, but I don't read novels every day. But taking in stories is taking in stories to me. So not working out that way I wanted. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it because of life, or just have to rebuild the habit? I am unofficially doing JanuArimo, and it's going great. Well, I'm glad that your unofficial JanuArimo is going great. Mine is going, depending on which sheet you look at, great or terribly. I'm feeling good about it. I'm also very close to being done with my animal research. I just have wolves to finish and then to do jaguars, which is going pretty quickly. Although I am very glad I decided to read up about wolves, because there's like, when it comes to werewolves, there's so much of the original mythology that like the reasoning and the thinking behind it has been lost over time, and of course changed because of media and everything. So I like reading about the wolves because, the mythology and the lore originally came from observing them and noticing things about them. And like it's just fascinating to read about, wolves and then go, oh yeah, that's why that's there. Like wolves eat a lot of meat very quickly and they eat several times throughout the day, and it's like that's why werewolves have high metabolisms. That's why they eat a shit ton. So it's just fun to reread that stuff. At least I find it fun because I like knowing all that. I'm sorry, you also have a massive headache, Violet. Yeah, oh my god, it's going around. Some impish spirit has gone around hitting everyone in the head with a hammer today. We need to kick its ass. Just kick its metaphysical ass together. Well, thank you for popping in and reminding everyone to drink water, like the stream, stretch. Hope you get some rest. Start reading the Song of Achilles. That's I also, for the past couple of years, have tried to read 24 novels a year, 2 novels a month. Sometimes I would get like 4 or 5 novels in a month, and then other, like for 2-3 months, I would get no novels. So I hope yours goes more consistently than mine does. I've never read the Song of Achilles. Let me know if it's any good, and I might check it out. I still have to go to the library, and our library is all the way across town, and I have a late fee on my card. It's very important to me that everybody know it's not my fault that I have a late fee. I wasn't the one who used the card for a physical book. But I can't check out any audiobooks until I get the late fee taken care of, and this has made me very sad. Because I haven't been able to reread or to read, not reread, but to read any new books lately because of it. That's not I'm going to my introduction checklist at the moment so I can do my intro. Because we know with the migraine comes the brain fogs. So hi, we're about 12 minutes in. So hey, I'm writing mom Samantha L. Nassett. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. On Mondays, I host live streams like this, usually with guests. I feel a little jinxed because this weekend we were talking about sprints, and I'm like, I always have guests. I haven't streamed by myself in so long. That's the real reason everybody's sick today. I apologize. The universe wanted to challenge me. If you would like to read samples of my writing, you can go to my website, samanthallnassett.com, where I have a spooky flash fiction and a villainish murder short story up. I personally think that they're great. I really enjoy them, and I want as many people to read them as possible. And if you enjoy those, or you just enjoy me and my content, you can keep up to date with all things Sam if you sign up to my newsletter. Newsletter subscribers also get exclusive early access to things such as new website pages, which we do have one incoming, hopefully this quarter, but I make no promises. And when I take in on betas, y'all are the first ones that I pull from, which hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of this year, I'll have a draft and might be in beta. I'm being really ambitious this year. And of course, if you're enjoying yourself here, you can like the stream, subscribe, ring-a-ding that bell so you're notified of all the things, and you can tip me at my Ko-fi down below. Nicole, the universe said bet. Guess what, universe? I'm an outgoing extrovert. It's fine. I can handle a stream by myself. Sam challenged the universe. Well, no, unfortunately, my co-host were the ones that lost to the universe. I'm still fine. Like I just have a migraine. That's nothing at this point. Oh, very good. Very detailed, which makes sense since it's considered a Greek tragedy. Yes. So the Song of Achilles is a retelling of Achilles's myth, or because I will not lie, this entire time I thought it was like a modern, like inspired by, but contemporary. And I cannot explain why I thought that, because I think that's just what I had in my head. Like, I don't think I read that anywhere. I don't think anybody told me that. I just think I heard that there was a novel called Song of Achilles, and I was like, oh, contemporary retelling. That's cool. That happens sometimes. which for those of you who don't know, I am an anime fan, right? And my husband and I watch anime together. Well, I have been very sad lately that there aren't really any newer shoujos, which is anime targeted to a female demographic. And like at first, I just thought I couldn't find them, but no, this is a ongoing trend or issue, and more people are noticing and talking about it. Well, then we were looking on Crunchyroll and they found this one. It's something along the lines of like the Ice God's Colleague or something like that. The title is very light novel-ish, which is usually targeted toward men. But I looked at it and I was like, there's one. That's a shoujo. And my husband's like, no, hun, no, come on. That's like all those other ones that we've tried recently. And I'm like, no, I can tell the difference. I know. And we looked it up. It's technically not a shoujo because shoujo's for younger audiences. It's a josei, which is for older women. Well, like adult women. And I was so excited. And I'm still excited. And I will watch it. I don't care that it is not dubbed. I will be watching it. But I was just like, see, I have been in the anime for so long, I can just tell at a glance if that who it's targeted at. He dare challenge me. I'm checking out our poll. I feel like I now have to just narrate all of my actions. I say that like I don't normally narrate all of my actions. Your comment isn't showing up on StreamYard, but I see it in YouTube, Raphael. Is it Raphael or Raphael? Because I keep saying Raphael, but I want to make sure that's right. Yes, it's very gay. It's a MM romance. Cool. Sam apparently bold with the universe in her ghost or the pins. It's very on brand, unfortunately. We have a 3-way tie for not first place, which is a first because normally the tie is always for first place, but right now 30 minutes is winning, and then 20, 25, and 35 are all tied for second to fourth place. And that's kind of fascinating. So all I'm hearing is I need to not have any co-host and my polls won't tie anymore. Does this mean that they have been conspiring together behind my back to tie my polls? Now I'm going to be suspicious of all my regulars. I also hope my going like sideways isn't bugging anybody. I'm unfortunately not going to stop if it is. I just hope it's not because I just have a lot of energy today. Probably because like my head has hurt all day, so I've just been laying around not using my energy, and now I have all the pent up energy and nothing to do with it. Oh, I will be reading the first book in a series of unfortunate events within the next week or so for the Nostalgia Train Book Club, which y'all should check out if you like reading things along with people and then watching or discussing it with people, because Writing Violet hosts the Nostalgia Train Book Club once a month, and it's a lot of fun. I greatly enjoy it. It doesn't matter. Call me what you want. Call me when you need me. No, I know that. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. When you want to page me, it's okay. There we go. I had to remember the words that was going to bother me. All right, we're about 20 minutes in, so I'll go ahead and start the first poll. Not poll. We already did the poll. Sprint. That's what we're doing. Take me to church. I'll listen like it's... Sorry, my home page had a Take Me to Church cover on it. Now chat just gets to be subjected to when I sing to myself because I'm not talking to anybody, and I don't live with silence much. We're not friends. We have, in fact, avoided each other for most of my life. Nope, that's not the button I wanted. I don't even have a fox in the corner talking or yelling at me like usual for me to tell chat about. What is this? Chat, it's just us today. Which, by the way, is fine. I'm just not used to it. Oh, I have to go find my right banners. No, I forgot I put that up down there. I am so accustomed to doing shenanigans, I forget when I do them and then get surprised and delighted by my own shenanigans. Okay, so Nicole, so far I only know one other person who's like this, but does silence hurt your ears? Because I swear, if it's silent in the room, the silence becomes so loud and it physically hurts my ears. That's like, I have a bunch of friends and stuff who are the opposite, and they like, they need sensory headphones and stuff, and that's fine. It fascinates me because I'm like, I think my head would feel like it was going to explode if I used those. So do you just hate silence, or does it actively hurt your ears? You kind of love my chaotic energy. Kelly's like, I'm getting to see Sam, a different side of Sam now. Banners. Yes, let's not forget the banners. All right, so we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Huzzah! And we're back. How did that sprint go for everybody? My oldest says it went good for him. I took my medicine. I had I had a dumb moment. So my one bottle just got empty. So I put like the last pill on the cap. And then I went and got my vitamin and put that in the cap too. And then I went to take them. But I attempted to like chug the empty bottle instead of the cap that had the medicine I needed. Good times when you have a dumb. But it went fine for me. I got like set up, got my things, and started reading. You know, when you're like trying to get words for a thing, but you're doing research, and like the point of my notes is to be concise and condense the stuff I'm reading. So it's like, yeah, I could copy paste these 2-3 sentences and get a lot more words, but that's not going to help my notes. So I just take these 30 words and shrink them into 10. And that is what I got. With that being said, how many words of notes did I get? 156 words of notes. You need the okay, cool. I commented my hair before this is falling down. The hair matches your energy tonight, don't it? It's gonna just keep doing whatever I want to do with it. 340, nice. 260, very nice. Spreadsheet is coming along. All the pretty colors and word count too. Nice. I will get our. I have stopped using a break timer since I started doing polls for the sprints because it tells me how long the sprint has been up. So I've just very lazily been using that to mark instead of remembering. I can't spell minutes. There we go. Instead of remembering to put the timer on. Also harassed Fox on where he disappeared to. He was doing stuff. People living lives that have nothing to do with me. So rude. 78 new words, but I had to switch to the laundry. Laundry's important though. I I kept having to put the laundry off for about like 2.5 weeks. So and like by the time I went to go put it away, I just instead of putting it away, I had to put it in the washer because it was just dirty clothes. So yeah, no, it happens. But I try to avoid that. Mainly because I can't find my socks otherwise. And then all I find are my husband's socks, and we do not have the same size feet. So, like, if I try to wear his socks, his heel is like halfway up my calf. Hello, Artemis. Would you like to say hello to the people? Also, my youngest was judging me. She was like, Mom, why are you streaming alone? Like, how rude, child. Then I asked if she wanted to stream with me, and she turned me down. And I'm like, you gonna judge me and then not like offer to join me? So rude. Much audacity. I see 30 is winning again with a tie between 25 and 35. Nothing else is allowed to be second. We can only have a first. Yes, the dogs can come in, I suppose. Make sure they don't eat anything. Hello, Jackrabbit. My pit bull thinks she's a jackrabbit. She hops all the places. Thank you. That is the patron saint of my streams. She's the one who harasses me the most when I am on stream. Only 272 words, but also accomplished food. Yes, 272 words is also good. It's more words than you had before. I will eventually find an angle that works for both my camera and my reading abilities. What are you doing? No, you're going to step on that keyboard, and I don't want you to, because then you'll start my music again. You came over here. You wanted attention. And now you're being pet. Are you upset because Jess isn't here? You got to see Jess yesterday. Jess and I streamed on the Storytellers Hearth yesterday. In the afternoon, perhaps? I'm obtaining really weird eye shapes tonight. I don't yet know if I like it or not. So I don't know if anybody else does that, but if I'm on camera, I'm constantly watching my own face because I find my expressions interesting to look at. So also there's not a lot else for me to look at right now. 'Tis just I. You're just gonna don't bathe on camera. It is indecent. She's like, I am a cat. I don't care. So rude of her. I had something else I was going to say, and then I got distracted by my cat. Candy says she's totally cheating because she did her journaling earlier. Well, Candy. I'm glad you got your productivity out of the way early. Then what are you doing now? I was reading things about wolves, which I found it particularly interesting that like I was reading about their scent markings, how like the different ways that they do scent markings and then like the significance of this. And it was like they place their scent markings near rocks, makes sense. Boulders also makes sense, though in my brain I'm like, how do the wolves decide what's a rock and what's a boulder? But then it was like trees, that also makes sense. And then the skeletons of large animals. And I was like, all I could think of is the elephant graveyard from The Lion King. And I'm like, do we have a lot of those out in the woods of North America and the parts of Europe that wolves exist in? So then I was just trying to figure out what kind of skid, like completely derailed me for a couple minutes as I was trying to figure out what large animal skeletons are out there for wolves to scent nearby as like bears. Because wolves are predominantly, they're like in the northern hemisphere. And we don't have a ton of huge animals. we've mostly got bears and like big cats and then wolves. So I'm like, what else is there? And then my brain also went to like cockatrices, but one, not a real animal, and two, pretty sure the size of a chicken. So would not have been a giant animal. That's true. I forgot about mooses. Those fuckers are huge. That's it. They probably peeing by mooses. What else? I guess a whale wouldn't get far enough inland even if it was beached. I keep going back to elephant too, but that's the wrong. They don't, the like areas that they exist in don't coincide. I could have had an elephant shifter. That would have been fun. Well, yeah, but like, I mean, other than bears though, because bears the obvious answer. So it's bears, but it's like bears and what? Because like, well, bears and mooses now. Maybe elks. Perhaps elks. Just 20 minutes of my stream is just figuring out what animal skeletons wolves pee by. Also, though, all of the werewolf fiction I have read has led me to believe that mated wolves are like so ride or die that if their mate dies, that like they practically also die on the inside and are just lonely. And it's like wolves are monogamous, but if one dies, the other one gets remarried real quick. And I'm like, oh, well then. I have been lied to by romance fiction with werewolves. So, bisons. Yeah. Oh, that would also mean buffalo, right? Those are two different things, right? Oh my god, I hate brain fog. I know a lot of animal things, but like when the brain fog hits, I suddenly don't remember anything clearly. But yeah, bison. So we got bison, buffalo, mooses, bears, elk. Guess we do have some. Okay. That's at least like 5. No, you fell. You're staying that way. I don't care. I'm not fixing you. I'm very upset with my hair now. I liked the other style. Fox said it's almost like romance is a lie. Gasp, shock, awe. How could that be? Sir, how dare you? Just because my paranormal romance about beings that are definitely real have misled me doesn't mean that all romance is a lie. They're how big are walruses? Because like seals are about the size of half a person. Are walruses? I gotta figure out how big a walrus is. That's next sprint, figuring out how big a walrus is. Cause see, it's not a matter of like are walruses in the north? Walruses get the size of a car. They would definitely count. Yes, child. I suppose. I'm about to lose the desktop to a child, which I'm on the laptop, but I like to play music on the desktop while I'm working. But I will not be able to. Yes, it also provides me with more light, so I don't look quite as shrouded in the shadows as normal. 1,764 to 3,000. That's so half to double is the size of a walrus. Yeah, thank you, StreamYard. All right, yeah, we will count walruses. Also, horses can get pretty big too. So I guess horses might also count. Maybe. I know, like, the fucking Clydesdales are huge. I don't even come up to their shoulder. Also, chat, I appreciate you and the fact that like you're just in on this this conversation about the animals and their sizes. There are lots of walruses on the coast of that is fascinating. I didn't know walruses were in California. She fights the leopards. Look, I have too many options. There aren't that many fights in the book. I have to have a series now just so I can write more shifter fights. Like, this is probably completely unexpected for anybody who knows my preferences in any kind of storytelling, but let me tell you, I now just need an entire series about my pit, my ring. What is the fight? Excuse me while I go double check what I named the fighting arena that my main character fights at by checking my thinger. 9 to 12 feet long. Yeah, they are like, bruh. I mean, I know I'm not the biggest of people, but like I'm an average 5'4", and like I don't even come to like my head, their fucking shoulders up here. Like, oh my god, they're so pretty too. I love it. Yes, gorgeous horses. Mm-hmm. I love them. Okay, I just called it the pit, so we're good. I'm a very simple namer. I believe in that aspect of humanity. I'll never do a sequel, she says, has a new reason every week to have a series. Okay, look, here's the thing though. Sequel. It would be like hold on. Companion. It would be a series of companion novels. So technically not the same as a sequel. There is no reason that these two specific characters need a sequel. However, I have a whole arena of fighters called the Pit, and I'm sure many of them could have. I'll get technical if I want, so I can win the argument, sir. You got to win that I started my stream on time. I get to win this. Besides, you still hold the war novel thing over my head. For also the project that I'm working on right now is about a Jaguar shifter pit fighter. I do think that technically she's not a pit fighter because pit fighters are actually like put into arenas they're like criminals and stuff that are put into arenas to fight for their lives. And but I can't think of the other term that would actually technically fit better. She's just more like a sports entertainer, kind of like boxing or wrestling, but like with shifters, and there's definitely a lot of violence and blood. So I feel like anything other than pit fighter also doesn't match. So that's just what I'm going with. And I get away with it because I named it the Pit. So she's a fighter of the pit. It works. This is one way you can get around technicalities and terms. Just name things in your story in a way that suits you. Well, you still haven't won getting the child to say where go again because it's grammatically incorrect. So there's that. Just having an argument on the side. Oh yeah, that's my middle one, bringing the chair over here so he can steal the desktop from me so he can get his computer time for the day. Because they're allowed a certain amount of time. Yes, cage fighter is what I was thinking of. There's even a cage around the arena that they fight in. So, but I like the term pit fighter better. So I just named it the Pit, and they're pit fighters now. But yes, cage fighter is the actual term that fits accurately. This child. Oh, I thought you said something to me. I was incorrect. My child did not say anything to me. Pit fighter fits. Yes, child. Yes, you can sign out of my account. No, you have to somehow play the desktop from your account while on my account. What? I'm kidding. You can sign out. He was sitting there trying to figure out how he was going to accomplish this. So like, all right, but how? He was up for the challenge. I'm very excited to actually start drafting so that I can get back into Is it just you today? Yes, it's just me today. And 9 viewers? And 9 viewers, yes. I'm blue, da ba dee da ba die. My God, that is bright. Chris says I'm reminded of that episode of Justice League where Hot Girl, Vixen, Black Canary, and Huntress are in an underground fight circle, and then Wonder Woman comes in brainwashed, and they're like, "Fuck, yes, that is the vibes I need." I love that episode. That was such a good episode. I may also just have a thing for cage arena. I might be discovering that about myself now. No. What you mean, no? I like watching people beat the shit out of each other. I just watched your TV. There's like a moon. No. Wearing like a Wednesday costume. The moon was wearing a Wednesday costume. Like the moon has my face, not like pink one, but please not loud. Were you yelling at me or the computer? Answer wisely. Good. Tiny being was about to lose his tiny life. Sir, that was uncalled for. These are two very different circumstances. A cage match / arena is not the same as what was in that video game, nor did I enjoy that plot line in that video game. We remember me playing different ways.
You know my neck go every second? Like, see, that's my neck going.
I see.
I was joking. For you.
But are you joking?
Yes.
I don't know if I can trust you now. He's only listening to like every other sentence I say, and then he chooses to ignore me. Trying to find my banners. Your head feels weird because my head feels weird and it's contagious.
Is it because it's mostly hot outside?
Yes, most likely.
It's about to rain or sprinkle?
It already rained today. Did you not hear the thunder?
Not a single thunder I heard.
It was very loud.
Then I heard it.
The downpour was also fairly loud.
I was playing my games.
You. That's fair. All right, we're going to go into our second sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. We're back. I'm just doing the math to see how much that was. Yes, may I help you?
I'm already giving my head.
So I did 255 words that sprint and also loved a needy little person. Yeah, but you went away to pout because I wouldn't let you steal my hair tie. Yeah, you went away to pout, but you're back now. Yes, I know. I think I'm getting to the. I'm not getting to the end, but it's fine. I'm getting through it quickly, so that's what matters.
Okay, I'm counting his teeth.
He was very focused on other things. Oh, I gotta switch out my banners. Just gonna hide your comment, or let your comment hide my banners.
How much height you are?
Candy's on couch. Well, Candy's husband's on couch 1. She's on couch 2. Can't do any writing because the lights are off. Too lazy to get up. I feel that. That's why I sometimes don't do anything if my laptop's not where I want it to be. 58 new words and a toothache. I'm sorry about that second development. That doesn't sound fun. Artemis, say you're sorry she has a toothache. Artemis is like, she's like, I just want my belly screeched. That was our second sprint.
Yeah, what's your second sprint?
Thank you.
Yeah, I think
So I will put a poll up for our final sprint.
today.
Final? No, I need my arm back. Artemis had just gotten cozy on my arm and I moved it. She's. You know, when I'm working, you must work with me. You can have my hand back when I'm done. There you go. 183 words and almost at 15 for the day. Nice. Well, hopefully we can get you to that 1500 with our final sprint. See, she got cozy. Say we're on the pet cam now. Because she knows when I'm streaming, I don't move. So she's like, I can just lay here this whole time. 384 words. Food's still calling my name, but we'll eat. Don't let us stop you from eating. I might spend. I'm at, I think, 400. Yeah, I'm at 411 words total for today, which my daily goal is to try to get to 420. Because that's what January 1st Sam got to. And she got to that despite having a migraine. So that's what every day that I work, because I've semi given up on working on the weekends. So every day that I work, I try to get 420. And so far, I have succeeded in this. So I may just try to hit the 420 and then go and make myself some food during the final sprint.
Are you so hungry or you haven't ate dinner?
Both. I am hungry and I have not had dinner yet. And I have not had dinner yet. What was I doing? I wasn't reading. I don't know. I was doing something. And like time blindness became a thing. Indeed, she is the patron saint. I don't know if anybody looks at the camera during the sprints, but during our last sprint, I had like the camera pointed at her for, I think, the majority of it. We are very used to working around each other because I very much have the attitude that I am mom, and when I am working, I am working. You either work with me or you don't get to be on my lap. So
Yes.
she's very patient when I need my hand to do something.
I can't
And I'm
do
very good
this.
at typing like one-handed or typing when she's like laying on my arm. So, because as long as she's willing to behave, I don't care if she's here. Isn't that right? Yeah. And as long as you get scritches, you're happy.
Okay.
So, like, she knows I'm talking right now and not typing.
Have you joined me?
So she has put her head she has put the full weight of her head on my hand. Like, I am what is holding her head up right now.
No, drowned.
You drowned? That doesn't sound good.
I know. So I had need to be above this water, or else I drown instantly.
Oh yeah, that's how drowning works.
Oh, don't mind why I just move whenever I just move my head. But
Child's playing a game where his little avatar has he's a giraffe.
I'm tall.
Actually, you kind of look like a periscope.
No, it's this game is like every second you're like.
Every second your neck gets taller.
It goes taller.
Yeah.
Look, I can move my head. Also, don't mind I have a pet goose behind me.
That's not a goose. That's a dog.
It is like if you can read this, you spent too much time.
There's a sign in this game that says if you can read this, you spent too much time in this game. That's how drowning. Well, it is. He was like, his head. He couldn't keep his head above the water, so his character drowned.
To death.
That's how that works. It drowned to death. That's also how drowning works.
Get buried alive.
I don't think you want to get buried alive there, buddy.
At least I breathe. See?
Not if. Generally, that's not how being buried alive works, but your head is astronomically high for how a normal human's proportions would be. Sorry, the average human. No, just human, no beings. No beings. We've banned beans in this house. What do you want? Do you want to cuddle like this? What? What? You seem displeased with our previous position. What is it you desire?
My head is taller than this.
Yes.
And I can move
Is this better?
Okay. Hole in the wall.
Yeah, don't act offended and then start purring in contentment. You're the one who was being a butt and not just settling.
Okay, I'm going back. Wait, there's a badge. Yes! I knew it.
I'm being very distracted by aggressive chin cuddles. Hey, Tina. Artemis is a sweetie. She is also obsessed with me, though. So there's that. Can I help you? We have a Tina. Okay. My child is coming in to pet Artemis. Which, don't let Artemis fool you. She loves this particular child. She's just terrified of her because her love is so... She has so much love. She explodes with it, and it's very intense. And this intimidates Artemis. So Artemis rarely, if ever, goes near my youngest when she's awake. But the moment my youngest falls asleep, Artemis will cuddle near her or on top of her. That is her human. She just won't go near her while she's awake.
This sign say, yeah, that's really pretty tall neck.
So, what is everybody's project about, per se? And I apologize if you have told me before. My memory is
broken.
Yes, very broken. Questionable at best. I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da ba dee da ba da ba. Are you leaving me now? What's going on? Oh, just getting cozy on my arm. Okay. Might play Minecraft during the final sprint. I mean, yeah, toothaches really suck because there's not a whole lot you can do about those. So I 100% support trying to take your mind off it. Boo would love her. He is so full of love to give. Even if you accidentally scare him away, he'll come running back. She would love Boo. They would get along so greatly. Are you leaving me? She doesn't know. Oh, during the sprint, I finally finished my water, so I was able to refill my cup with tea. I'm pleased by this. I'm trying to make sure I drink at least 1 glass of water a day.
Yes, after coal.
Yes, because that is what I put on my Finch app. Which, by the way, if people like little apps and Tamagotchi pets,
and need help
and need help remembering to do tasks and stuff, the Finch app, which was recommended to me by Casey, is absolutely phenomenal. I really love it. It's the only reason that I've actually taken care of my hair for the past 2 weeks instead of just neglecting it and then regretting life when I go to untangle it. It has also made things so much easier in the morning. My children remember to brush their teeth and make their breakfast without being reminded. It's great. I love it. You get like a little bird and you pick the color of your bird, you name your bird, you pick your bird's pronouns, and then your bird gets energized as you accomplish things throughout the day and then goes on adventures. And it comes home faster if you accomplish even more goals. And you get little gems to spend on your bird so you can decorate their room, get them little outfits. My children have a day outfit and a nighttime outfit for their finches. So, like, in the morning, they put their finches' day clothes on, and then at night they put their pajamas on. And I'm like, this is more advanced than me. My little finch just stays in her jeans and shirt all day most of the time. So just got a wizard outfit now because of the like little daily login event thing. I sometimes switch her to that and pretend it's pajamas. And if anybody needs neighbors, I haven't found the neighbor limit yet, so hit me up. Tina's at work, so not working, but have a gay secret admirer story and a gay modern Greek story. Lots of gay. I mean, but there's nothing wrong with having lots of gay, and I will read all of it. My book is The Greek Gods Mixed with Game of Thrones, a what if the Greek gods met the Viking gods. Yes. Finch has been such a good app. It's been so helpful. Tina also has Finch. Because whenever I like something, I talk to all of my friends and tell them about it. And sometimes everybody does the thing. She has returned to my lap, though now she is buried in the desk.
Ow, I broke my bones.
You're just having a time over there. You drowned, you got buried alive, and now you've broken all of your bones. Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No. Because I felt like really high place. They're just like, oh, wait. My kids just like whacked.
Nicole's current whip is a queer vampire romance where a human king is turned into a vampire against his will. Those bastards. And while spending time in the vampire kingdom, he falls for their human prince. As one do. Which I'm sure Fox will be like, well, that's not realistic because romance. But you know what? I'm sure lots of vampires turned against their wills fall for human princes. Who wouldn't? And you always have great recommendations. Aw, thank you, Tina. I try not to recommend things unless I think they're really good, unless I know that, like me, you have low standards for things. I specifically call out Cody. Cody gets all my trash recommendations because I know he also likes certain things that I would not call good quality, but we have a good time, and that's all that matters. Kelly's Whip is about a 15-year-old girl who's neurodivergent, and despite her family being magic, she doesn't seem to have any until she finds out she does have a different type of magic. I love those stories. So, is the magic, are they witches? Is it like more occultish magic or more like fantasy magic? Which sounds like splitting hairs, but I feel people of the genres will get what I mean. I do not wish to be seen, mother. She goes through her phases. Her phases where she's like, no camera, and then also all camera. There will be lots of shenanigans and very flirty elves. I'm here for flirty elves. Normally we don't get flirty elves. Normally we get the antithesis of flirty with elves. So I'm very here for flirty elves. Okay, I won't lie. I'm generally here for flirty anything, but that's not the point.
Oh, look at my towel.
Nice. I am also very proud to announce that my youngest has gotten into romance. Like, I got my book tubs out of the attic. We hope to be getting a bookshelf this year so I can set them up. And I also gave a lot of my middle grade to my children. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And, but like, most of my middle grade was underneath my adult romances because my adult romances are mass paperback size and the middle grade are bigger. And my youngest was like, I like romance. I want to read the romances. And I'm like, well, you're not reading those ones. So I had to get her my manga because that's the only child appropriate romance I own. And so she's been reading that. And I'm very pleased with this development because I love romance. I was also judged by the children because they're like, you own a lot of adult romances. And I'm like, yes, I do. Is there a problem?
No.
Children.
Not but yes.
What you mean, yes? What you gonna do about it? You don't know? The prince was adopted by the vampire queen. That's why he's human. Ooh. My whip is about an escaped gladiator. All the gladiators and pit fighters. They could form a club in an underground criminal network in modern America, but there's also a low magic system that's hidden from normal people. That's like my favorite kind of magic system. This one is just like the veil is one of my favorite concepts. It's kind of based on the story of the founding of ancient Rome. Ooh, very excited about that. Yes, the romance manga is so good. She's reading Monkey High because it's the most wholesome one I owned. I was thinking of letting her read Shinobi Life, but I couldn't remember how mature Shinobi Life gets, and I was like, I should reread that first. More fantasy magic, and it's her uncle that's getting flirted on by very handsome boy elves. Yes. I love both types of magic. I just am intrigued. What do you mean I don't know what to do? I'm not the one writing it.
You're not writing it?
No, I'm not writing that one. I mean, the one I'm writing also has magic.
See?
Yeah, but it's like, it's more occulty magic.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like Hookie. Well, Hookie's an interesting combination. But yes, Hookie's magic is occult because they're witches, but the like world building is more fantasy. So that's a hard call. Hookie is a webtoon that I adore and I recommend to like all fantasy lovers. It's about a pair of twins who miss their bus to go to magic school and they don't want to get in trouble with their parents, so then they decide to go like learn magic from their aunt, and then but their aunt is evil, and then they like steal a dragon egg and get into all sorts of shenanigans and stuff, and there's a prophecy that one of them is going to become an evil like a super powerful evil witch king, and so it's great. I love it. The writing is so good, the art is so pretty, and there's lots of there's at least 4 romantic pairings in there, and it's just really great. And I own the first, like it's a webtoon, but it's been printed, and I own the first volume, and 2 of my children have read it, and now my third one's starting to read it. Nicole's doing research about vampires. Apparently, being a werewolf is a way of becoming a vampire. Yes, can be. Jess and I did a Let's Talk on vampires and vampire types and origin myths. If you would be interested in watching that, it's somewhere in my category of backlog. That's my backlog of live streams. It was a really fun time. We the miracle chicken, which I can't remember what it's called now. Oh, I have to go figure that out. The miracle chicken is one of my favorite vampire myths now. Also, weirdly, a lot of things with twins for being vampire hunters. Yes.
Have you wondered that the Reed Dipster was the cake?
What?
Have you ever wondered that the Reed Dipster is a cake?
Reed Dipster is a what?
A cake.
He is.
It's a cake.
It's fake or not? It's cake or not? Cake or you? Cake or die?
It's entirely possible. I barely remember being there for it. 30-minute timer. Which one? Ooh, let's go with this one. It's frosty.
Frosty the Snowman. What?
Was a very merry soul
It's Frosty the Snowman.
with a button nose.
No, it's Frosty the Snowman.
I know. That's the song. Frosty the Snowman was a very jolly soul with a corncob cane and a button nose, I think.
No, it's a carrot that nose what? You know what it says.
You're right, his nose is a carrot, so I must be thinking of something else. Don't mind me as I spend the first part of this sprint looking up the lyrics to Frosty the Snowman. I'm just getting... There we go. All right, and we're going. This is our final sprint of the night in 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, we are back. How did everybody do that final sprint? I don't remember exactly what I had been at, but it was like, I think 411. So we're going to go with that. Minus. So I did 368 that sprint, taking me up to 779, which is good because I got a little tired and was losing interest in reading. But I'm glad that I stuck to it because I was reading hunting techniques and facts, and now I have some ideas for how my wolf shifter will fight, which there's some contradicting information, but then I read like the whole thing and I try to contextualize it. It's just the people writing some of these things don't know how to write things clearly, but I figured it out and I looked up things to check, so I'm good. I know what's going on. Because it was like wolves actually hunt better when they hunt solo or with one other wolf. And it was like they have the highest success rate. But if they want to take down large prey, then they have like a better success rate with more, like with more wolves. And I was like, how? Wait, you just told me that the highest success is with the 1 and 2, but what they meant is that if they want to take on large prey, then their chances are better with more wolves, but they have a really low success rate doing that. So they should just not, and they should just stick to the 1 or 2 because that's their highest chances of actually getting prey. And I'm like, oh, okay, I got it now. I got it. Because mooses can fuck a wolf up, is what has been confirmed. Scrolling up a bit. Tina wanted to work on writing stuff, but can't because she's at work. I'm sorry, Tina. But I'm glad that you and your friend got to discuss a bunch of your their head canons for your Greek myth story, because that sounds like a lot of fun. Nicole said there's a book called Hotel Transylvania that paints the vampire as the good guy as he fights a cult that kidnapped his lover. Then Tina asked if that was adapted into a series of kids' movie. I'm sure, because I see some more comments from chat. I know that there is a series of kids' movies called Hotel Transylvania, but I do not know if they are related. RP says there's a series of kids' movies, but it's the same thing as me. I don't know if they're related to the book, but they exist. Got 190 words written this sprint for a total of 1,500 words today. Nice. Now, if I can do another 1,500 tomorrow, I will have made up for the day I missed earlier this week. That's awesome. I don't know if you're in the Troublemaker server, but they do sprints in the writing room most days, and I recommend it. They're a fun bunch. 469. Oh, yeah. 294 for a total of 930. That's awesome. I love that number, by the way. It's very pretty. Don't write another word today. Nicole started playing an old world in Minecraft and got some pumpkin seeds they need to plant along with some watermelon. Nice. I love both pumpkin and watermelon. Well, damn, great minds think alike, right? We're like, I know these movies exist. They could be adapted. We're not confirming. But all right, I have to go get my gremlins ready for bed as they have school tomorrow. So it was fun hanging out with everyone. I'm glad that we were all able to get work done. I know, Tina, that your work was your job and not your writing, but I'm still glad that you were here and we could keep you company. I will see everybody next week, hopefully with not dead co-host. But, you know, who knows. And thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for those who watched this on the replay. I should have done my outro, but like, I don't know, 20 minutes into that last sprint, I got real tired. So we're just gonna end it like this. The patron saint of our streams, Artemis, says farewell and good night. Bye everyone.